Hi, it's Bruce. It's Sunday, December 6th, 2009. It's the 2009 spinning to a close. It's been a very busy few weeks. I had a birthday, November 24th, which was very nice. We don't like to count them too much anymore. Thanksgiving, we went to Connecticut, had a great holiday. But on my birthday, my friend Glenn took me and Bill to see After Miss Julie at the American Airlines Theater, a new play by Patrick Marber. And personally, I enjoyed it. I have to say there were three of us, and I think I was the only one who enjoyed it as much as I did. So this one's sort of iffy. I kind of liked it. It's 90 minutes. It's an adaptation of Strindberg's Miss Julie, brought up to World War II England. And of course, I had to admit the reason I really liked it was I got to watch Johnny Lee Miller for 90 minutes. And I really like Johnny Lee Miller. He's a really good actor, and I think he's rather attractive. Sienna Miller is also in this. She plays Miss Julie, and she's actually very good. And Marin Ireland is also very wonderful. It's just three characters. It does have a little touch of Pinter in it, and I think that's probably why I liked it. I kind of like that bizarreness to it. As I said, this probably isn't for everybody. I had a good time. It was my birthday. Had a nice bottle of wine before and saw Patrick Marber play. So, but Johnny Miller, and Glenn, my friend Glenn actually went and got me the autographs they were selling for the Broadway Cares Equity Fights Aid. So I got Johnny Lee Miller's autograph. No wonder I like the show. Well, I recommend it for somebody who wants to see Johnny Lee Miller and a Patrick Marber play. All right, yesterday afternoon we went to see the revival of Ragtime, which is at the Neil Simon Theater. I will just go ahead and tell you I've never been the biggest fan of Ragtime. I only saw it once when it first opened in around 1998, and it was a big, great production. I think you've heard a lot of people that it was overproduced and sort of swallowed it. This is more of a bare bones production, although it still has a giant orchestra and cast. And Marcia Milgram Dodge directed very nicely, and I have to say that I actually enjoyed this Ragtime better than the original Ragtime. Now, full disclosure here, I know 5 people in the cast, and going backstage after was a real treat. Bobby Steggert, who was, all these people actually have been in, Bill has directed or has been in my partner Bill's shows, and so I'm so lucky to have met all these people through our relationship and to have made some friends out of them. Bobby Steggert is just wonderful as Mother's younger brother in Ragtime. Christiane Knoll is Mother, and Christiane was in Bill and Henry Krieger's musical Kept in Palo Alto quite a few years ago. Jonathan Hammond plays Houdini. Jonathan's a friend now and did Bill and Henry's show Up in the Air in Washington. Eric Jordan Young has been in a couple of Bill's things. I don't know. It's always nice to see Eric. We always introduce ourselves to each other, and it was nice to see him backstage again. And I know you, Eric. Stephanie Umo was Serena in Lucky Duck in Boston Conservatory a couple years ago, Bill and Henry's show Lucky Duck. And she's just a lovely Sarah. That woman has such a glow. She's so beautiful on stage. And she sings the Little Daddy's Hands number to the baby. Right down where we were sitting, we were in the second row, and we felt so close to the cast. It was so moving. Stephanie gave a lovely performance yesterday. And Stephanie Wise, who actually I don't think I've ever met, but she was in a reading of Bill's show, Elegies for Angels, Funks, and Raging Queens, and she was wonderful, and I didn't really get to meet her. She's Evelyn Nesbitt. So the cast is just filled with people who Bill has worked with, and that made it even extra special. It's got a great story. I love the E.L. Doctorow book, and although I don't think you could turn the book into a perfect musical, the best thing about Ragtime is the blend of the characters and the way the cultures come together at the turn of the century. It really does keep you riveted and interested. Also, I just want to say, even though I don't know them, the two kids in it, the little boy who plays the son, Christopher Cox, and the little girl who is Tata's daughter, Christopher Cox and Sarah Rosenthal. Wonderful performances by these kids. Something to really look forward to. I also loved Tata, who's Robert Petkoff. I thought especially in Act 2, I won't give any spoilers, but in Act 2, Tata gets a little hip, and I thought he played the transition great. So I highly recommend Ragtime. It's very entertaining and beautiful to look at. The sound is great, the ensemble's great. We had a great time at Ragtime. Okay, and finally, last but not least, last night after we went to Ragtime and had a nice dinner, Bill and I went to the Joe ICONIS Christmas Spectacular. Yep, here I go again, talking about Joe. I love Joe ICONIS, great young composer and lyricist. If you watch my blog, you know, blah, 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 Joe, Joe, Joe. And I hope you love Joe ICONIS too. Catch one of his shows if you haven't. God, it's always wonderful. Well, Joe ICONIS Christmas Spectacular was Joe and a group of people. He had over 25 in the cast, so don't ask me to mention everyone this time, Joe. But among them were the stalwarts, Jason Sweet Tooth Williams, Jason, Katrina Rose Diedrichson, and Lance Rubin. And Katrina, you rocked the house, I'll tell you. And Lance, congratulations. I saw you on television last month, and in a show called Mercy as a guest star, and I hope you become a big TV and film star. Special guests included Annie Golden singing Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, so please, what can I say? Susan Blackwell from Tyler Show, and Mary Testa, hysterical as ever, singing a hysterical Joe ICONIS song. Most of the songs last night were Christmas songs and little sketches with Joe's crazy group of people. A little satire and a little Santa and Jesus humor there. I hope Joe's grandma took the Jesus humor in good stride. And a special shout out to Rich Krakowski. It was great to see you, Rich. I want to get to your thing on Sunday. I'm going to try to shuffle some things. Rich Krakowski I met at a birthday party a couple years ago for a friend of ours, and he's a wonderful actor and singer from NYU. So having a great couple weeks, and let's see what goes on through the Christmas season. Talk to you later.